Hi everyone, Daniel here. Today I have a long overdue review for this guy, the Microsoft Band 2. This platform agnostic wearable refines a lot of aspects of the original Band, which is more of a fitness device than a smartwatch. The design of the Band 2 addresses a lot of complaints of the first one. With a curved screen and flexible straps, it's a much more comfortable device to wear. It also has two buttons, a power button and an action button, which is used to execute actions. The screen is good, and when functioning as a watch, it's able to remain off until you bring your arm up to view the time. Unfortunately, watch mode is impossible to read outside, and you'll need to bring up your other hand to hit the power button to turn on the screen when you want to see the time. Overall, the Band 2 is comfortable to wear, however, the design has a major flaw. Many users experience the strap cracking and tearing. Thankfully, Microsoft has been willing to replace these devices so far. The user interface is based around swiping from right to left. To the right of the full screen clock are a series of user-organized Windows-esque tiles, including notifications, various fitness features, and basic apps like alarms and weather. Windows Phone users will also have access to a few app-specific notifications, including Facebook Messenger, Cortana, and Twitter. For those on iOS and Android, all notifications will simply come through the notifications tile. Notifications have worked well for me on both Windows and Android, and it's certainly nice to have them on a glance on my wrist, but it's not really necessary. Windows Phone users can also reply to text messages by using an on-screen keyboard and use Cortana voice commands by holding down the action button. Battery life when used as just a smartwatch has been decent, easily lasting 3 days if I turn it off when I get home at the end of the day. Fitness is front and center though for the Band 2, with your stats viewable from the moment you turn on the display, and basic things can be cycled through next to the clock, such as distance walk and active heart rate. Whether or not it's useful as a companion while exercising depends on what you do. The Band 2 is able to track stats for specific workouts, including running, biking, hiking, and even golfing. More generic stat tracking can be found under the exercise tile. The Band 2 will collect more or less the same data no matter what you choose, but the way the information is interpreted and presented will differ. I personally do weight training and occasionally bike. For lifting weights, I honestly found the Band 2 to be useless. The pre-made guided workouts within the Microsoft Health app are limiting to say the least, although you can make your own on the Microsoft Health website. But my heart rate and time spent working out isn't something I even remotely need. Without the ability to track the number of reps or the amount of weight for any given exercise, there's no point in wearing the Band 2 for weight training. However, when it comes to biking as well as running, the Band 2 excels. These two forms of exercise are more about distance and time, therefore stat tracking becomes more relevant. One of the many sensors inside the Band 2 is GPS. Not only is your distance and time recorded, but you can also get live information on things such as average speed and elevation gain. Afterwards, you can go into the Health app for a breakdown on everything that was collected during your journey. On top of the usual calories burned and heart rate information, you'll also see stats like top speed, split time, and average pace. You can even see a color-coded map of your routes. A visit to the Microsoft Health website will give you even a further breakdown of your workout. Now, the Band 2 originally retailed for $250. I got mine on sale for $200, but even at that price, I would only recommend it to runners and bikers. The form factor is awesome. When I first put on the Band 2, it felt like something out of the future. However, its functionality isn't. Like all other smart wearables, this device is barely an extension of the phone, nonetheless something necessary for everyday life. Then there's the fact that there's a lot of competition at the high end of the fitness wearable market, with great products from Fitbit and Garmin. The Band 2 is a neat device that works well, but there are some obvious improvements I'd like to see in the next iteration. Better build quality and waterproofing are at the top of the list. I'd also like to see better connectivity with Windows and Cortana for it to be a more passive device, not a second screen that just helps me determine whether or not I need to look at my phone. Unfortunately, that next iteration may never come, as at the time of them shooting this, there are credible rumors that the device that would have become the Band 3 has been canceled. And that's a shame, because leaked photos showed an even slimmer device and swim tracking, which implies waterproofing. If you are interested more on the Band 2, I will put a link to my full text review on Tested in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.